I stand here, alone in this dark forest, my once bright and hopeful heart now consumed by the last dying embers of revenge. Every earthly contrivance I once held dear, I sacrificed in the pursuit of justice against the treacherous elves who destroyed my hometown. The ashes of their lands lie scattered behind me, blowing away in the breeze. I was once a simple sorceress, content with my studies and with friends and family. But one day, everything changed. The peaceful town of my birth was ravaged by a group of elven raiders, and in a single night, everything I had ever known and loved was destroyed. I can still hear the screams of my family and friends as the flames consumed their homes, smell the acrid smoke that filled my nostrils, and feel the heat of the fire on my skin. I learned later the elves who desecrated my hometown were a group of nature-loving, self-righteous farmers who lived in harmony with the trees and the forest. They believed themselves to be superior to us, and they looked down upon us for our so-called destructive ways just because we had found a way to power our culture they disapproved of. So what that the magics we used killed a few stupid fish, and the butterflies all turned white. A few things died, but we did what we had to survive in a world where resources were scarce. They had no right. After that, I was consumed by revenge. I poured myself into my studies of the dark arts, pushing myself to the limits of my magical abilities. I trained for years, honing my skills and my resolve, fueled by the hatred that consumed me. And finally, I tracked them down. They were living in a secluded forest, far from any prying eyes. I approached their home trees. They never saw me coming. I unleashed hell upon them, summoning creatures of the darkest depths and hurling the most potent curses at the holier-than-thou fools. They fought back with all their might, but they were no match. Finally, the last of the elves fell before me. I stood over the broken body of their leader, triumphant in my victory. But as the day fades and I stand here, near the outskirts of their ruined town, I can only think that the destruction I wrought was eerily similar to the destruction of my own town. Revenge was served, but what had I done? What had I become? Had I become what they were to me? I had thought that this would bring me closure, that I could finally move on from the pain that had consumed me for so long. But now, looking at the devastation around me, I feel no peace, only emptiness. Only power. So much power. Who then next? Should I turn my power on?